Welcome to Cowdry, the Cowdry. My name is Pashor Raphael Pashor Sibanda, the Member of Parliament for Cowdry constituency. As you can see, this is Cowdry. It's a township, the fastest, or should I say the biggest suburb in Bulawayo. I think I've always lived politics because politics is who gets what, when and how, because wherever you are, it's political. But just to sum it up, I've always been in positions of leadership since primary school. I'm the former junior mayor for the city of Bulawayo. I've been a prefect, I've been in student activism, I've been in civil society organizations, and I've played a pivotal role in making sure that we fight for the suffering masses of our people in different spaces. You talk about Zimbabwe National Students Union, Citizen Manifesto, and a lot of spaces, even AYVD, Amplifying Youth Voices in Democratization in Zimbabwe under United Nations. So I've started politics quite a long time ago. The question should be addressed to my fellow colleague in the opposition, Zanu, who never belonged in Cowdry, how he felt when he was contesting in a place where he doesn't belong. But now that we have asked the question, well, it has been exciting. It has been a very good journey. It has been a very good learning cave, because I learned a lot, particularly as a young person, as a politician. And to say that it was supposed to be Dr. Ncube, it's just that people never understood our candidate selection process in the Citizens Coalition for Change, because that's why I ended up being a candidate for Cowdry constituency. And Dr. Ncube is now an honorable member of parliament, particularly for Bulawayo Metropolitan Province. I was never worried. My only worry was the suffering masses of the people of Cowdry. My only worry was that development must be sustainable. My only worry was the exploitation of the young people of Cowdry through the projects which were never sustainable. My only worry was that how best are we going to solve, the problems of Cowdry beyond 23 August. I was never worried about my opponent because I knew that Cowdry is yellow. The people of Cowdry have always been clear. And this has always been demonstrated since the formation of the Alternative Democratic in Zimbabwe. So I was never worried, but my worry was on how are we going to develop Cowdry beyond 23 August? How are we going to make sure that the people of Cowdry have proper sewer, have proper roads, and Cowdry have sufficient schools? Because I can tell you right now that Cowdry only has 2 high schools, 2 high schools, big as it is, and all of those high schools, they are found in one side of Cowdry. So these are some of the things that I've always been worried about. As a person who grew up in Cowdry, I was not worried about anything else. What is important is to always be in the people, with the people, and reflect what the people want. Now, I was born and raised in Cowdry. I know every corner of this township, from Skotweni to Signpost to Mpompini to Temnas. What does that mean? It means I understand the needs of our people. I know what it means to wake up in the morning when you are supposed to cook, to bath, when there is no electricity, there is no water, when it's raining, when the roads are bad and you're expected to be in class at 7 a.m. I know what it is to start a business and it fails in Cowdry. So I understood, and I still understand, the struggles of our people. And if you look at how we campaigned, what made us to win, we never did something which was out of this world. We knocked every door in Cowdry. We just did door to door, street by street. Every corner of Cowdry, we knocked each and every house. We never bought people, but we availed ourselves to the people and explained, the alternative democratic process in terms of taking Cowdry forward. And I can say, if there is a secret to it, it's always to be with the people. There is another person who claims to be the interim Secretary General of the Citizens Coalition for Change. Even though in the CCC we don't have such a position, but we have a person who claims to be the SG, who then wrote to Parliament to illegally recall us. Why do I say illegally recall us? Because that person was never a leader of the CCC, and that person was never mandated by anyone to recall us. And then we got into Parliament ready for business, ready for debate, ready to work and represent our people. And then we found that we have been illegally recalled. And to my surprise, the whole Speaker of Parliament, Advocate Jacob Francis Mtenda, had to read out that particular letter. But look, we are not that much concerned, because we know that this regime that we are dealing with, this is not new. We have seen this in the 9th Parliament. This issue of recalls and so forth, trying to destabilize the People's Project. And we are doing everything we can as the Citizens Coalition for Change to make sure that 15 of us as members of Parliament will return to Parliament and work for our people. Yes, it's clear we're going to be in Parliament for the next 5 years, but we've always been clear, even throughout my campaign, that we want to win and build Cowdry Park for everyone. What do I mean by that? At the moment, Cowdry Park, the development of Cowdry Park or anything that happens in Cowdry Park does not benefit everyone. I gave you an example of schools that those 2 high schools that are in Cowdry Park, they are found in a certain section. And they are found in a place where there is electricity, there is water. But now think of a girl child who stays in Skotweni, who stays in Pompini, who has to access the nearest high school, which is 15 kilometers. So when we then come as members of Parliament, as a leader in Cowdry Park, my approach is to engage the people and say, what is it that is a priority that you think we can start with? So number 1, I don't intend to impose projects, but I intend to work with the people, hear what the people prioritize, what is it that the people of Cowdry Park want. Because you can't just say people we're building roads when their priority is sewer, when their priority is, it's schools. So our number 1, and we are almost done with our consultations in terms of stakeholders, trying to map, because we want to establish what we call a constituency coordinating committee that will be a clear representative of all the 3 wards in Cowdry Park, representatives, of all genders, young people and everything, so that we build a Cowdry Park for everyone. But not only that, eloquent, young, sharp as I am as a member of Parliament, I can assure our people that I will make sure that when it comes to oversight and representation in Parliament, they will be very much represented. That is a guaranteed, that is a given. A politician will always think of the next election, but a statesman will always think of the next generation. I'm not here to seek a re-election, but I'm here to ensure that the generation that lived under my leadership, they would have benefited out of what I contributed in Parliament. It is then up to the people of Cowdry Park to say, should we bring him back? But that's not where my focus is. My focus is to ensure that the people of Cowdry Park, they have proper sewer. Once we solve that issue of sewer in this side of Ward 6 and Ward 15, I'll be happy even to save 1 term and go and rest. Because we are also trying to bring out a culture of, be able to lead and live. So I'm not focusing on the next election, but I'm focusing on the problems that our people are facing now. 2028, I'm very happy to give it to anyone else after I've done what I'm expected to do as Member of Parliament. I'm still available to meet our people. I still serve my people. I'm always with the people, like I've said, and that's why even I stay in Cowdry Park. I'm always with the people of Cowdry Park. So that recall, it's another politics on its own. But I still carry on to discharge my duties as a member of Parliament for Cowdry Park, because our problems do not care whether I'm recalled or I'm still in Parliament or I'm out of Parliament. And remember, I'm a resident of Cowdry Park, so I'm equally affected with the people that are not in Parliament. An example being the issue of load shedding right now. Our people have gone for 3-4 days without electricity in Cowdry Park. And as a leader, I cannot afford to sit down and say, because someone has decided to recall me, therefore I should fold my hands. So we keep engaging relevant stakeholders, we keep talking to our people, we keep engaging. So the struggle continues, we keep meeting our people. Yeah.